Let's get this party started. Come join me in the cage. I'm gonna do what I said. I need an outlet for my rage. Let's get this party started, 'cause words don't mean a thing if you already show it. Meet me in the rain. Let's get this party started. It's time to pay the bill. All you do is run your mouth and I'm just about at my fill. Oh my dearly departed, you haven't got a clue. Completely out of your head, I'm about to destroy you. Let's get this party started. Come meet me in the cage. Let's get this party started. I need an outlet for my rage. So be my guest and do your best to put me down. I won't rest till we establish I ain't messing around. Take the test under duress. I put you down. I confess, I'm excited. Let's get this party started now. Let's get this party started, even just for the fun. Show me what you got right now and make me bleed my own blood. Let's get this party started, I can't wait to begin. Don't leave me disappointed, even though you cannot win. Be my guest and do your best to put me down. I won't rest till we establish I ain't messing around. Take the test under duress. I put you down. I confess, I'm excited. Let's get this party started now. Let's get this party started. So be my guest and do your best to put me down. I won't rest till we establish I ain't messing around. Take the test under duress. I put you down. I confess, I'm excited. Let's get this party started now.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click simpler.
Let's get this party started. Come join me in the cage. I'm gonna do what I said. I need an outlet for my rage. Let's get this party started, 'cause words don't mean a thing if you already show it. Meet me in the rain. Let's get this party started. It's time to pay the bill. All you do is run your mouth and I'm just about at my fill. Oh my dearly departed, you haven't got a clue. Completely out of your head, I'm about to destroy you. Let's get this party started. Come meet me in the cage. Let's get this party started. I need an outlet for my rage. So be my guest and do your best to put me down. I won't rest till we establish I ain't messing around. Take the test under duress. I put you down. I confess, I'm excited. Let's get this party started now. Let's get this party started, even just for the fun. Show me what you got right now and make me bleed my own blood. Let's get this party started, I can't wait to begin. Don't leave me disappointed, even though you cannot win. Be my guest and do your best to put me down. I won't rest till we establish I ain't messing around. Take the test under duress. I put you down. I confess, I'm excited. Let's get this party started now. Let's get this party started.
The board has sanctioned Eric Soda's for termination. After Colorado, we did some digging into Soda's private affairs and discovered that he has been fast-tracked for critical heart surgery at the hyper-exclusive Gama Private Hospital in Hokkaido, Japan. Such a display of power has Providence written all over it. Sodas, who suffers from a rare condition known as situs inversus, where his internal organs are reversed, desperately needs a right-sided heart transplant and has clearly betrayed the ICA to get it. He was admitted last night and is currently being prepped for a 3-day surgery. We have booked you into Gama under the usual guise of Tobias Reaper, corporate shark, here for a standard medical checkup. As such, you will need to play it by ear and procure whatever tools you need to complete the mission. You also need to eliminate Yuki Yamazaki, a Tokyo lawyer who works for Providence. Sodas has already given Yamazaki access to our client records and has agreed to provide a full list of active ICA operatives post-operation. This transaction cannot be allowed to happen. Sodas must pay for his treachery, and his insidious employers must be taught a lesson. ICA's sovereignty is at stake. Powerful as Providence may be, we need to draw a line in the sand. I will leave you to prepare.
Hello and welcome to the Rivals World Championships 2022. So we have a Group F game between Alex102 and SomeRandomPerson. Starting things off on Hokkaido. Fantastic map. We do enjoy a little bit of Hokkaido. Next map, quite in the countryside to Hokkaido, we will have Santa Fortuna. So we have quite a short map, as Hokkaido standardly is. Then we go into a longer one in the form of Santa Fortuna, picked by SomeRandomPerson. Of course, it's like me and Dartmoor's, of course, SRP's going to pick Santa. You know what I mean? Of course it's going to happen. Of course he has a record as well. So it took me a total of 40 seconds to get that. Wow. I'm just different. So yeah, kind of we are first focus. We've got stats here. Alex has played it twice, lost both occasions, but it is definitely one of his more experienced maps. So to say, he hasn't played many games in RR, purely because of the fact that in RR8, his rookie season, he has to play Moot and then Blythe. That's pretty unlucky. And SomeRandomPerson has been here a total of 15 times, winning 8, losing 7, so has a win rate just above 50% there. So he definitely goes well on this map, and we'll definitely know what he's doing. A bit of improv royale there as well. Always fantastic, isn't it? But our first spin, it will come through, and it will be Eric Soda's Shoot the Heart as the chef, and Yuki Yamazaki's sniper rifle as surgeon. Now, this is amazing because the spin almost goes hand in hand with each other. Due to the shooting the heart of the sniper rifle, you really want that sniper to shoot the heart. Of course, you can do it with a pistol, and it is a lot. I'm talking for a console player here, but it definitely is a lot easier on the end to have it. Sniper shoot the heart, you'd always want to prioritize that. I would assume we'd have a seeker onto Yuki. Would be my guess. A sniper stashed either the morgue storage or the garage, either or. But we see random start as the chef, possibly going for a sauna. I don't like making them judgments right off the bat, but possibly a sauna. What do I know though? If he goes for this solo skill first, it'll have to be sauna, unless he knows the girl phone strut that Blunts does, which I don't know if he does or not. It'd be pretty interesting to see. I think you won't make it. I mean, he could still perhaps isolate her in a thing, but with no tranks, it's gonna be hard. Especially the surgeon grab as well. You see Alex here start as a surgeon. You have to watch out for that enforcer right off the bat. I forget about him all the time. Fantastic. You know, you never have him in the back of your head there at all. Waits for him this time. Good bit of patience there. Would he trank the surgeon? It seems to be he has his trank out for too long. It will be another restart coming through. SRP, you dodgy man. What angle is this? What angle is that onto the heart? Never seen this before. You see this shot from the back. He will miss the first shot as well. Wow. I just have to try a bit of improv here. Perhaps going to that guard. But he's panicking them from a camera box shot, I think. So he couldn't do it there. So he just has to be a bit patient here, I would assume. Let the guard's panic run out and move on with it afterwards. Moving the more sensible strat here. And it seems to be, yeah, he should be having a sauna after that. Starts to grab the chief surgeon. Won't go up into the cinema room, because shoot the heart and then throw the heart in the trash can. So it isn't visibly dead upstairs, you know, like he is normally. After you shoot and execute him or whatever, you know, with a sniper or whatever. It's different, so he'll continue with his normal routes. Some random person here, back with a body shot, will try and shoot the heart. Doesn't. Triple shot onto a guard. He's going to get combat here instantly. He has to run, try and get away out of it, and the red guns do come through eventually. Alex also starting as a surgeon, not the chef, so he's the chief surgeon row. Went up for his disguise right off the bat and might actually be trying something else here. Going for an early chef, I would assume. But my one guess here, what is he doing? Definitely lots of questions. He might knock out the security first. Maybe yes, no. Yes, he will. But SRP approaching the morgue once again as the chef. Alex now going to the kitchen. Should be allowed in there as the. No, he's not. Nothing is. No, barely any disguises allowed in the kitchen, man. And even the surgeon's trespassing. Lots of rush from the guard at the top of the stairs. Have to watch out for him sometimes. He could get the knockout onto the pair of them quickly here, which he might opt to do. Has a trank, so could do it potentially. We'll do the side thing there. We'll just trank one. Let Nabis disguise for the other chef. Inevitably sees the body, makes his way round. Alex will pick up his sniper from his kitchen stash even. SRP once again is in the morgue. Has that Soda's kill. Has to now grab the chief surgeon. That's the next plan in motion here. Have your options, of course you do. But it depends what one he goes for. We'll be doing a sauna. And if Alex is doing a sauna, you have to give the lead to Alex, because he'll get the Yuki kill first, quite frankly. But both players still need the sauna. Alex need the surgeon disguise. Alex needs the disguise the kill itself. We'll go right up to the door here. We'll shoot the camera box first. Turn around, then shoot the heart. Might be a bit of impact. No, it isn't. No gun flashers. All good. We'll slot the sniper back in there, and it will just be a nice kill from Alex now. Just needs that surgeon disguise, which SomeRandomPerson also needs and is trying to work towards. What disguise would he get to try and grab? You could have a peekaboo opportunity here through the glass. That is always an option you could use. Just depends where he is in his cycle is definitely the all-important question now. Could perhaps try and do a distraction onto a doctor here to get their disguise. But where it's yeah, we'll do a distraction here. Will be heard by a bodyguard, so perhaps has a better disguise here. This angle will be tight for a trank, so you have to be a bit careful. The again will then not have a trank for the surgeon. Will do a chain load down the stairs here, which the guard won't initially respond to. Just has to be a bit patient here. SRP bumping the helicopter pilot here. Will distract him a little bit. Not what he wanted, I wouldn't have thought. But Alex does eventually get a distraction off. But the surgeon now goes outside, so he might have to be a bit careful here. But you know, it might be a blessing for him. He can get him on his way back. Some random person now have a knockout onto Nails, and the handyman will stop into Nails and perhaps use a lure here down. But every second decreases the chances here. You know, the sauna being successful will be around the 4.5 minute mark. So definitely have to be careful in that regard, the pair of them. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be close with the take the sauna, and it'd be interesting if they do miss the sauna, the pair of them. Alex would most likely to at the moment. What they do afterwards, you know, what they do for Sierra, what lure they do. Alex could easily just trank the surgeon now. It is an option. A bit close to the door, however, not the way he would have wanted him to go. We'll play this trank. We'll trank Nicholas Lauren. I think that's his name. I hope. We'll stop into his clothes. Colored will know his name. So yeah, Alex has the chief surgeon. We'll have to be quick. If I was Alex, he would definitely make the sauna. He'll make the sauna before Yuki gets it. It's a quick rundown here, but the very key but here is, will he turn it? If he turns it on, it's going to be very hard for him to save. He's going to have to get a knockout onto Yuki's bodyguard, and then Yuki, in whatever manner that may be. Don't turn the sauna, and he does. Yuki being right there is only a spell of disaster. You have to try and do 2 quick distractions onto the bodyguard, and then Yuki, but can he? That's the question. Doesn't have a trank anymore, so potentially he's put himself into a really deep hole. Has to try signing some random person. Spotted once more. This is not what Alex would have wanted. If only he didn't turn the sauna, and yeah, there it goes. The opportunity is gone for Alex. He could have just stuck there, not turned on the sauna, and look, we see him leave. Now, really unfortunate for Alex, and it might just be a restart. Second cycle Yuki will be a long time around, you know. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting shortly what Alex will do. Sierra won't be here. Sierra, to be honest, yeah, I've read Collar's message in chat. Eliminate Sierra Yamazaki, and I've actually just read it out loud. Oh my god. The chief surgeon is found. Still faster than resign. Is it? Is it really? What, you're 4.5 minutes in, you get this killed by 4.5 minutes. Just pretend to Sierra. Well, it's hard because Sierra's on a different map. You know. Sierra's on a completely different map. You can't just do something else. Yeah, Colours, you're in my head, rent free, I can't lie. SRP does get the kill off onto Sodas there. Just needs the chief surgeon now. Whatever manner he finds fitting to do so. But he has lots of wish for more doctor on the way out, and we'll get trespassing. Now the chief surgeon and this Sodas kill causing issues for both. You know? And understandably so, it can be a bit of a tricky disguise here to try and grab and work your way around in. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Very be careful. So, some person for the, I don't know what time now, coming up into the morgue as a chef, 20 seconds in. I have a short pause there, probably thinking, what do I do now? It would be based if you got the hospital director disguise and got Yuki down to the gondola. I think that'd be the most base thing to do. I can't lie. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting here. What both players, and it's a restart from Alex. A safe, sensible decision, so to say. It does make a lot of sense there. What he does, doesn't it? You know, if you're not sure what to do, a restart is probably a safe option. We'll start on the surgeon disguise here, and hopefully, if he does get round to that time once more, he won't turn on the actual sauna, because that's of course what ripped him last time. He couldn't get to Yuki in time, etc. It's just a massive pain for him, you know. That's what happened there. Just really getting stuck on everything, and it's really unfortunate to see there. So hopefully puts it right eventually. In this run, you know, grabbing the chef out of the bat, you could argue, you know, just grab the surgeon now, but It's a lot harder than that with the use of buffering disguise and all that, you know. Really have to be careful of what he does. We'll get Trank off onto the chef. Once again, pretty simple grab there from Alex. Nicely done. Has his sniper in the kitchen here. Good knowledge there, indeed. Having your stash right by the chef disguise. The body is found at aim. Oh, that's a longer cycle for him that time. Yeah, but it should be a simple. We get caught by cams, but again, cameras on Hokkaido. Basically useless. You never use them. And the chief surgeon on a madness for SRP gets a knockout. Does a drag here. He's going to have to be careful here because the sight lines of a surgeon through the window and that. And let me see there, the slightest of cracks, the doctor, not the surgeon, messed the wrong room, does see him. That is a really unfortunate route there for SRP. Them sight lines. Sheesh. Alex, however, does now shoot the camera box, shoots the heart, grabs the attention of someone. The morgue doctors, the so this guy's earlier. The curator's research aid. Oh, but wow. That was close. That was close for Alex. But gets the job done nevertheless. Random person once more. Another rip. It just turns into multiple here. You know, one turns into two, turns into three. It's just multiple rips. Alex doing more distractions. Try and chain lure a bodyguard, but don't work, unfortunately. Just have to take his time here. The more he does it, you know, the more it gets slightly delayed, I believe, but does get it off nevertheless here eventually. Yes, he does, but the briefcase ain't in a good spot to be picked up here. Alex, how's he gonna save this now? Could definitely is savable. Could do a throw from here, and that's what he will do. Lovely stuff, Alex. Has to be a bit careful. The surgeon could catch a glimpse of him. And he will drag him down the stairs. Nice. Good stuff, Alex. Good stuff. Just see that surgeon in the skies. Hopefully he can get it when he comes out the door this time, so perhaps turning on the sauna will actually be beneficial for him. Should get them good time nevertheless. Some random person once more does get that kill onto Sodas. Both players now try and get this kill off onto Yuki. We do see the surgeon come outside now for Alex. Is he going to try and get the kill off now? No. He'll wait till after their conversation like last time, but he could have got it now, perhaps, maybe. But we'll just play a save like he did last time, waiting around. So hopefully this time, you know, when he gets that same occurrence at the same time in the sauna, he'll just leave it on. Again, knock out onto Sierra's bodyguard. Definitely would make the sense. It would be beneficial for him and the strat as a whole, you know. So I would hope that he'd adapt to that after his previous rip. And that's what Rip Rivals are really about, you know, seeing them adaptations from the players, you know, and all that could definitely help some, you know. Yeah, he could have indeed, but it's not something you think about really at this time. SRP gets a emetic gas onto Chief Surgeon. Surprisingly, neither of them start Surgeon. Alex starts Surgeon. I think he was trying to get the Surgeon right off the bat. Then change up his plan, but then just still stayed as a Surgeon. I think either or, because you get the Seek strat onto Yuki, it's all fine. But Alex now, 4 minutes in-game time, now has a Surgeon disguise. I have to be quick, but the one enforcer there. Oh, he's so unforgettable. He's so forgettable even. Ah, that's a really tough rip. Really tough rip there for Alex. Far into a spin. SRP bumping the Surgeon once again in this area. Purely because the enforcers there. We got a knockoff once more. And we'll just drag him into this corner thing. So he'd have to be quick here. Perhaps them guards cycling back upwards and round. One dodgy head turn and he's yeah, he's not in a good situation there, is he? So he's just awfully close here. He will certainly get enough time for the sauna here. Might even knock out one of the guards here. No, just turn them around. Will he? No, he will be knocking the pair out. Carry the entire outside. True. That's based. These two stay with each other, so it should be fine, really. If he can shut them for long enough, perhaps that might be what he's trying to, just to delay them as much as he can. Could always be a sensible option there. But no, he will. No, he won't. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna leave him alone? What? Come on. He's gonna play a sniper. Is he gonna drop the? Oh, he's gonna drop the briefcase. No, he's just gonna pull out the sniper. Leave the briefcase of one, I think. Or no, he wants to climb up here, but he can't. The enforcer's coming around at the wrong time. This isn't going well for SRPs. You're trying a shot, perhaps a distraction shot, but it might not be enough time to try and do this here. They will now move, and he will see that as an opportunity to start climbing. A little bit too early, but he does just back off there. Now climbs up the pipe. 3 minutes 45 in-game time. Yuki coming in around half a minute. Is that enough time for the sauna to come to kick into full effect? Perhaps, I don't know. We see Yuki enter the sauna now. Perhaps it is too late, and I think maybe it is for SRP. We'll just have to require a bit of bump in here. Just only a bit. And has no Kyakas. He's practically stuck in here. He has a sniper and he don't know what to do with it. He'll knock out the patient in here. We'll drop his sniper as quick as he can. But of course, the bodyguard and Yuki now coming in. So you have to be quick, but there's going to be another patient out here that could potentially see this body in the room. Now we'll drag him ever so slightly, trying to save her this as much as he can now. SRP, will Yuki go in, or has he left it too late? Perhaps he's left it too late, but he has. He just gets a bump onto Yuki. He will wait for the door to shut. Good stuff here. We'll knock out the bodyguard. We'll knock out Yuki. Knock out clean out. No crime notice, but that is from Yuki, of course, pick up his sniper. Get the kill. Get the green guns back. We'll swap into the bodyguard. No, we'll just drag him through here. And drag Yuki as well, just perhaps to get him out the sidelines here. And yeah, good stuff. Some random person there. Very well played. Well adapted at the end, but it's heard. Her guard's coming. A rip there from some random person right at the end, right at the death. But in the meantime, Alex, 7 minutes. God, I'm losing my head. 2 minutes 40 in. The surgeon coming outside. Perhaps could grab him now to try and get the sauna in perfect timing. But it's all close and challenging. Some random person. Another restart there in the chef area. Alex still paused. If he cares one, is it like Fanny's guards on Sapienza? Okay, Alex this time will trank the surgeon as he comes outside. We'll have to be careful of the bodyguards, and he will see him. That's what I'm scared of. You have to tuck yourself in right. You have to tuck yourself just out the sight lines of that door there if you want to try and grab the surgeon there. So unfortunately, restarts afresh for both players. Brutal rips for both. You know, both players. A bit too late for the sauna. We saw from some random person. You know, perhaps if he just went up and through. No, he had no key because he had to go up that way. But if he grabbed the surgeon, went up through the hospital and down, he would have been fine. He would have got there enough time. We wouldn't have to wait for them to event security. So, you know, both of these rips perhaps could have been prevented, but during the game, it's not what you think about really. So yeah, really unfortunate indeed. The plot thickens indeed. Oh, indeed it does. So we're getting to the real deep ends now. Alex getting to the chef area quicker and quicker every time, isn't he? Yeah, you don't have enough time to kill her. Yeah, if Yuki doesn't get panicked, it's all fine. It's just if Yuki does see you, that's when you should then start panicking. But Alex now does have his briefcase with a sniper in it. Some random person has the kill, but the fact they're both going for sauna, this, I don't know who it would go in favour of. It's just whoever's loading them more. I accidentally spent more time paused here. So it's really interesting. Their approaches, but they all lead to the same event in terms of the Yuki sauna. Of course it would, but it's hard to favour someone here. Like, I would imagine some random person has really quicker loads than Alex. I would think. I don't know. The fact that Alex is like 16, 17, I like to say, might factor into that really. But again, it's really hard to judge. Alex will try and get the shot on Sodas, won't shoot, but eventually does. Bit of a push from the more doctors to curate his research aids, but does get the kill off all nice and fine. Just has to try and work on a bodyguard disguise now to have that surgeon opportunity once more. It'll be interesting to see if he does go with the same stuff again. He'll throw a briefcase for one initially. Now, what one will investigate this? Is it the one that enforces? No, it ain't the one that enforces. We'll open the door as well. Do a full chain lure, which he will start nailing. This is good from Alex, the use of the chain lure. We'll get off. Nicely done indeed. We'll probably drag him down here. Surround the person waiting for the surgeon to get into the bathroom this time. We'll take his clothes now. Where's the sniper? In his hand, so he'll definitely make sauna safe this time for sure, 100%. I'm in full belief that he'll make it this time. So it's just now really up to Alex, because SRP basically has this kill done. He just needs to wait for Yuki to sit her ass down and you sniper her in the face, you know? Like, it's basically pretty much done for SRP. It's just Alex who tries to do a throw stretch onto the surgeon, but does distract the bodyguard, but it's all fine. The surgeon's the only one that hears it. Not going to go all the way out here, but could get a trank off and just stick in this corner and he'll be fine. Potentially going to make it close indeed. Surgeon will fall in a bit of a dodgy angle, but he does have enough of one to hide behind and take his clothes. Alex now just needs to get to the sauna. Is aware of that guard's presence. Might try and go around another way, but there is no other way to go. Might have to stick behind this guard. Potentially then be late for the sauna timing. The bodyguard there getting distracted. Not good stuff for Alex here. Will try and make his way through the general theatre, but you can't get round this way. You have to go round through the theatre itself near Sodas. My bad, David. I'll turn off ads. Oh, this is really tight now for Alex. You know, he's in a situation here where the guards are just going to be a bit of a dick for him. So you have to be really careful with the guard's movements here. Perhaps the Tranky he still has one, but he might be prioritising that for Yuki's guard. The guard should stand here. Is he has to try and bump him and get past him, or just stand behind him and wait for him to turn? Of course, he'll turn to his right, but it's really hard stuff. SRP have a lot done onto Yuki. Potentially might have a guard come in. The longer he waits, the worse it gets really for him now. But it should be fine. We'll drag the bodies into this side room here. It should be good. Alex now approaching the sauna area. He's going to have to be quick with this Yuki kill. No time to turn it on. If he turns it on, I would not have much trust anymore. And will he? No, he won't. He will just come through here. He has to get outside quickly before he's not so he's not trespassing. Of course, we'll do a throw distraction. This might not end very well for him now. SRP with the exit coming through. Could this be a photo finish? Could Alex force something here? A throw KO onto Yuki's bodyguard. So you have to be quick now. Yuki's running away and she does escape. Unfortunately too slow for Alex there, and SRP comfortably in the end taking Hokkaido. What a photo finish that would have been. What a photo finish that would have been if Alex was able to get that Yuki kill. Wow, wow, wow. GG's SRP taking it right at the end there. A long Hokkaido. We all need a break after that, so we'll go to a short break before having our second map, Santa Fortuna, picked by SomeRandomPerson.
Good morning, 47. Our Providence contact has shared the identity of the Shadow Client, a former mercenary and bodyguard by the name of Lucas Gray. His past is a black void, but our analysts are digging deep. Meanwhile, we've had a breakthrough of our own. Comparing the malicious attack patterns with global shipping and transportation routes, we've figured out how Mr. Gray and his paramilitaries move around the world undetected. They're using the distribution network of the Delgado cartel, Colombia's biggest drug manufacturer. Clearly, Gray must have struck a deal with the Delgados. Consequently, if we can cripple the cartel, we can severely limit the malicious strike range. But to do so, we need to slay a three-headed serpent. Sociopathic cartel head Rico Delgado and his two closest lieutenants, PR guru Andrea Martinez and savant chemist Jorge Franco. With equal parts guts and guile, Rico Delgado runs a thriving billion-dollar criminal empire. The word is, the brutal and volatile cartel head is hell-bent on becoming the #1 drug lord in the world. To achieve this, Martinez, a childhood friend of Delgado's, has been buttering up state leaders and decision-makers, paving the way for an expansion of the Delgado logistics network, while the brilliant but aloof and antisocial Franco has been hard at work developing a new type of super cocaine. So, three of Colombia's most infamous crime lords inhabiting a decidedly hostile environment. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back here. I'm now joined by David. Just say hello so I can see the audio levels.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, it should all be fine. We'll go off chat if they're a bit dodgy. And yeah, Santa Fortuna is our second map. What do you like about Santa Fortuna, David?
I've actually been really interested in Santa Fortuna recently. I've had a couple strats in mind that I still haven't gotten to use, but I've picked Santa Fortuna multiple times. recently, so I'm hoping that one of them will eventually be used. But it's definitely had this late surge. Uh,
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's we also like Berlin was more like the populous of the big five, but recently Santa, especially since like R9 and the Red Force strat, like Santa's had such an increase in popularity between the players and in terms of discussion as well that it's actually had a surprise surge, like you said, and probably more popular than Berlin now, and probably the best out of the big five with the strats that are now used on it. You talk about the Red Force strat and random. Wow, them stats: 15 times, only 4 losses, only 1 tie. That's pretty impressive from him, and of course has the map record also. So obviously pretty comfortable in this map, and that's why he picked it.
yeah,
Alex, I said earlier about him only playing R8 before this. It might have been R9, I can't remember, but in that RR9, R8 when he played Moo, and then Blythe. So he didn't have the friendliest of introductions into RR.
definitely not.
So you won't have much data on him on the maps, but from what we saw in Hokkaido, he is confident in the game. It'd be interesting to see. Santa will be a real test for him. I would imagine. Possibly still one of the hardest maps in roulette, even though yes, the Red Force Jazz made it slightly easier in that, but still you still have to string Santa all together, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Santa Fortuna is still very unforgiving. It is still one of the big five, so you can't. It's not like Dartmoor, where you can complete it in a minute, but definitely still something to be feared.
Yeah, I like to see the variation in strats, of course. Red Force strat is the dominant one now, but you still have your management staff, your sub crew, which Random's practicing now, and I like to see something that suppose we have seen a lot of Red Force strat, and because of how good it is, sometimes it's not the most optimal strat, but it's so safe for Rico, and that's of course you have some reps, especially with the sub engineer, with the elite guard that will walk past eventually if you trigger this conversation with the sub engineer or take the sub engineer's clothes. But even then, like the Red Force strat is just that safe that even if it's not the most optimal, you'll still probably win because you could basically have it pre in your inventory anyways, and you're just done. You just load it straight away. Bam.
Yeah,
You don't need to plan for it. Almost, it is very light and loadout in that regard. And you have your Seeker for Rico, Jorge even. Let's just use it on Rico as well because the amount of times you just exit Santa without a Seeker dart is insane. But our spin will be here if you want to take this one.
sure. Uh, so let's see. It is the machete. Kill Rico using the machete as the gardener. Kill Andrea Martinez using the barber razor as the barman. And finally, kill Jorge Franco with an SMG as the band member.
So that's a really really interesting spin. That I swear Red Fox or not, I think Mansion Staff would be a better start here, if anything.
This is a spin that I would love to use one of my strats on. What I would plan to do here would actually be to trigger the band and get Rico to come
Oh,
outside. And you can also, while you're setting up all the band members, getting them all awake, you can isolate Andrea and then immediately go play the band and get Rico isolated as well.
I would love to see that. You know, uh, perhaps with the Gardener guys, of course you have the practically free ones in the mansion. It's not that hard. We call them machete, of course, in the Cocoa Fields. It's just, I'm trying to think of a good way to string these kills together because you probably go with the Andrea one first, move across to Jorge, then come back to Rico, and perhaps just exit car. That would be a sensible exit, I would assume.
hmm Yeah, I mean you are right there that it is maybe Mansion Staff is the best actually for this in terms of just stringing them together because you can immediately isolate Rico and then grab the barber razor and then grab the barman and you'd get to Andrea in time
Yeah,
when
indeed.
she's in the meeting room most likely and then you'd probably do get the band member, go do Jorge, and then come back for Rico and like you said exit car. That's probably the most optimal route, but we see here both players starting in the village.
Yeah, it could just be an AI isolation to Andrea, of course. The barber is in Hector's bathroom, and another thing about that, like, yes, you could start, but it's still a long run to the all the way up to the barber razor back to Andrea. it's really like in the machete with Rico as well. Yes, you can kill Jorge in the meantime and go over there, but it's still just back and forth with lots of things here. Like you could even kill Andrea last if you wanted to, because the Barber Razor just go across, get everything, kill Jorge, and come back, kill Rico, kill Andrea. You have your ways here, and that would be very interesting to see how they do it in that way. And out of a adios, I want to Andrea here. While some random person waits for her to get into the meeting room, he gets the band member. But we just see Alex with a early ISO onto Andrea, and then possibly a band member grab. I would assume Alex way would be quicker. You know, he
Yeah,
does
for
get.
sure. You don't need the band member here for Andrea, so I'm not too exactly sure why Random decided to grab it. Maybe he's just getting it
Mhm.
first. Maybe he feels more comfortable isolating Andrea in the meeting room, but we'll see.
Yeah, indeed. Alex now going towards the Rico compound. It's hard to see here with Alex because if he goes to Jorge and isolates Jorge now, or even goes to the thing, he's still gonna need the band member. He has to go on the way back. You know, he has
Yeah,
it's still lots of running, and this is what I mean with making the strats optimal. It's just an optimal thing like on Mumbai and Santa is just how much running can you cut out. That's
for
basically
sure.
how you optimize it. Okay, how can I get this, but also doing this at the same time? Just having that awareness of being able to put things together. So it is literally just a big puzzle with multiple
Hmm.
solutions, but what one is the best one? You know.
Yeah, it is strange to me that Alex is doing this in this way. He's bullet impact notice this guy. Doesn't matter. He can knock him out, leave him here. Um, it's This is risky. Sometimes that body can get spotted when you're dumping him, but that works.
Yeah, might go for a peek onto Rico upstairs maybe. Swap it into the
Well, maybe.
Imagine God was just otherwise. Just have your knockouts up there you can do. He has a Seeker, which I assume he does for Jorge. As a train, he does have a Seeker, which he might use the Jorge. Rico even getting into this bathroom. Pretty accessible as the gardener. Bigger window outside, you can get him in disguise pretty simply almost. Um, so yeah, good stuff. And he clearly knows what he's doing. Nice on this, and it's good to see he's not a lost puppy in Santa Fortuna here. He is showing what he can do and doing it properly. You know, Rico will be isolated soon. If he moves on to Jorge next, or what? If he just goes to the machete, I think Alex just going to try and take this as safe as he can and just ensures he can just do as much as he can without ripping. Because sometimes
Did
is the best approach.
did Rico? That dart is sticking out of him, so I guess he finishes this. Oh, Alex decides to restart. Okay.
Yeah, he might just finish the conversation and then be sick. Can
That
occur.
is that is always annoying when those sort of things happen when they just ignore the darts. But usually they don't do it for that long, so that was surprising to see.
Yeah, some random. Just waiting, having a bit of patience over the Hippo Whisperer. Then flee up the stairs. The conversation. But even then, you could just drop an item, perhaps, and distract Rico in that way, and that will make him sick, perhaps. I don't know if that will work fully. It's something you could try. It might reset the conversation and you wait longer, but you might as well try it. But
Yeah,
is SRP going with the good old Hippo for Rico here? On
seems like it. He's
yeah,
got the. It's surprising that he's brought the band member all the way over here, but
I think potentially he's just going for that Jorge kill now, and just
yeah,
like I
it does
said,
seem.
running over, getting everything, then coming back. So you have to do like two lengths of Santa instead of like multiple going. Oh, okay, I've killed Jorge. Let me come back to Andrea. Get the Andrea kill. Oh, I need the machete for Rico. Go back to Rico. It's just stringing the things together. And the disguises are nice in that regard. You can do it. You know, the gardener is close to Rico. The bar is somewhat close to Andrea. The bandman, of course, not close to Jorge. But if you take it over, it's not that bad. And we see that from random now. I would assume it's going to be interesting if he goes to the Seeker or the Heart Isolation. Jorge's going to be in that position in a minute's time where he would be in the Heart and potentially available for a peekaboo, just
Yeah,
a straight
he
shot.
he will most likely do the peekaboo here. Um, that's definitely the easiest way to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna trigger the helicopter pilot here, which is a little risky because I don't think he'll be outside of the hut by the time Jorge enters, so hopefully he gets us in time. Oh,
Yeah, just
Jorge
comes out in
actually
time.
stopped for him, so
Yeah. Well,
looks like
sometimes you
he's
want
not gonna
Jorge.
have problems there.
Yeah, one of the few times you want Jorge to start coughing in there. Sometimes it's a pain because you're waiting for the secret room, but then other times you think, yes, that's what happened to SRP here. Should be able to get a peekaboo to.
Will he be able to peekaboo him now, though? I'm not sure. Can you peekaboo him when he's
Even
standing
then,
right there?
he could still shoot through the window if he knows that the co-field worker and that are all turned around. If he gets nice cycles, but it is still risky in that regards. Trying to get a peekaboo here.
Not
No.
sure what he's doing. Maybe he is just trying to get inside. He's not peekabooing.
Oh, there was a slight whoosh there.
I'm surprised he's not peekabooing. It's very easy to do and free. I'm not sure why he's
Um,
so worried about Rico right now. Rico stands over there for a while, so I'm not.
yeah,
There's
I would
nothing to
just.
worry about.
You could just pop in now. You could just shoot him in the head through the window. No one should be seeing him, and that's what
Yeah.
he will opt to
Well,
do.
yeah.
Eventually,
Oh, he did get
still,
target lockdown though. That's really not good.
yeah, it's not the best.
And
I think
those guards are these red guns. Or no, that was from earlier.
that's from
I think.
Andrea, and I don't think anyone saw the body here. I think it was just a triple shot into the glass, perhaps, is what ripped it, caused the lockdown as well as the thing. Should be fine to us. Yeah, I mean, once these guards calm down, he is all fine. We'll come through.
He did not wait for the guards to calm down though, and now he's gonna have to restart. That was. It looked like he thought that door was unlocked, but no, he had not unlocked it yet.
I think perhaps he was just trying to get in there so he could box Jorge. But his guards are utterly useless when he's dead. They just walk away like nothing's happened, and perhaps he was scared of the panics possibly spreading into there. But my one guessing has resulted there in a restart, unfortunately, for SomeRandomPerson. Alright, so we've still got this nice isolation onto Andrea. He's got this indeed on lock, and hopefully.
Yeah, it does seem he had to restart. I wasn't paying close enough attention, but as Blunt says, it seemed like he got spotted when he shot the cameras from extended illegal action. So
Yeah,
unfortunate for him, but
I think you should run past
both
that window, isn't it? Where when you're not crouched, just
yeah.
happens. You have it has to happen to you once in a game, then you remember it. That's that's when it really kicks in.
Yeah.
Just that one shot and then bam. Oh, I
Random
just say
here
crouched.
Random does not have any way to shoot this camera box, so he's gonna have to just deal with
Yeah.
yellow guns for now.
He's gonna come back here for the Andrea kill anyway, so it's not that bad. The cameras here, except you have your other camera boxes, but it's just a bit out of the way really, and the Andrea one's
That's
so
true, but
optimal.
cameras on this map can be annoying in some instances, so we'll see.
But it has an SM. Perhaps he didn't want to shoot it now with an SMG. Perhaps he wants to get the Andrea kill, dump it over the edge, perhaps, and then do the shot with the SMG, just for the fear of panic and the fear of that two-shot, triple-shot panic. Perhaps making Andrea's believe be found should be fine if he does it with SMG, but you're better off in this map just to play it a bit safe there. Might have his SMG on him at the moment, wherever that may be in his stash. I think his stash is in the cocoa fields, so you won't have that firearm open to him for a long time.
hmm
But
Alex now,
yeah, he gets
yeah,
a gardener, not a mansion security. Will he subdue him over? He will do that anyways. Should be fine. The maid I can't see, so hopefully successful in that regard. It's a random monster.
yeah, he does have this, but now he needs. I mean, I know he does have a secret here, so he can always use that for Rico. Oh, he's climbing up into the office. Interesting. Not sure why. Maybe getting the barber razor, but that's in Hector's office, so
He might just
you
be
kind of
knocking
have
out.
to.
He might just be knocking out Reek. He might not just trust the fact that what happened last run. So he's
Oh,
just
I see.
gonna
Yeah,
do
just
this,
get him in the
Reek up
office here.
here, have your backups, and might even just doing this to get the barber razor first comfortably. The way he's going, bunch of forces in the way, but he goes a nice way around towards Hector's bathroom. A little in the force there, but it's all fine, only a little whoosh. Runs
Yeah.
into a chair also, good signs. Has the barber razor though, so that's good stuff from Alex there. What way is he going to go back round? The main enforcer, fantastic.
I hope he hasn't confused the conditions here
Ooh.
because it is machete, of course, with
Well,
on Rico, not the barber razor.
he's got to be quick because Rico is back in his room, back in his office, so we'll do a shut
Yeah,
shot
and
onto that
he
guard.
does not stay there very long if you don't triggers dialogue. He basically sits down and stands back up.
And does eventually trigger his kind of dialogue even, so that's all good. Should just be as simple as a distraction onto this guy into the bathroom, then a knockout onto Rico if he wanted to. What's on the tap here? May not trust a throw distraction will be investigated by a guard, but gives time for another one to come in, so it's fantastic there. So you have to go deal with two guards in any form, but even then you could just knock out onto one and just knock out Rico. It doesn't matter if he has red guns from Rico.
Oh,
Oh,
combat for Random. He got spotted while he was running on the pier as the band member. Unlucky for him, gonna have to
unfortunate.
restart after another 4 minute, almost 4 minute run.
Yeah, hasn't gone their way, three of them. Especially in Hokkaido, we saw the longer run. Alex with another tap. It's a bit scary. I would knock him out, not in the bathroom.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
knock him
this
out
is
before the
not.
bathroom.
I would not like.
Rico's moving as well. He's gonna have to be quick
Ooh,
here.
yeah. Oh, he's even
Oh,
gonna.
oh.
Oh, that was very risky. I
I
thought that
like
was
the
gonna
idea.
work.
I liked the idea, but I think he
The
thought
guard.
a bit too soon, and the guard just saw it in midair, of course.
Yeah.
Really unlucky. I wanted to see that work, and you see from Blunts. Apparently, that guard, the guard that came in, only comes in if you start main. Fantastic. So Random won't face that issue if he does that peekaboo, but he doesn't, of course. He will go with the Hippo. He
Oh
does.
really? That is. Uh, I didn't know that about the other guard coming in only if you start in the default spawn point. That's
This is
kind of frustrating, actually.
one of the most IO things I think you can do.
Yeah.
Have one thing happen only from one start, you know.
Hmm.
Default player when you load in and you have two guards by Rico. God, you'd be shitting yourself, wouldn't you, as a new player? It's all good though. Some random bash grabbing this band member hasn't been so successful with this Rico kill yet. Jorge kill even. And I hope, I'm sure he'll open. Try and put things right now. Getting the band member once again. Oh, they're doing the mission story as well. This is your idea,
Yep.
isn't it? Doing the mission story now.
Grabbing that intel.
If you can't locate them, just turn on your instinct and put on that. It's like oh, who else is it? Oh,
Putting
that's
on
mad.
the.
I was thinking about a mission story that could tell you the disguises, and it's bloody gone out my head.
Oh, this map?
Probably yeah. Just gone out my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I use the mission stories only when I can exploit them and skip steps. Anyway, Alex got the under isolation again.
Oh yeah. I've just remembered
Random
now.
going back.
So you go ahead.
Random going back into his groove here. He's crossing the log.
Yeah, I just remember it's
Going
the Doctor on Haven. If you're unsure where the Doctor is, just stick on your mission story and it tells you where he is exactly on the map. Bit of tip there.
Oh,
My head, talking about mission stories, and there we are. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Mission story being on always helps, especially on Dart when you start PI. That's fantastic. Oh, you love that every second of that.
yeah.
You hit him.
You gotta make sure you snap those pictures.
Yeah. Can't wait for someone to do private investigative fool in that manner. Can't wait for that. But yeah, back to San Fortuna. We've got a massive yards task here on Santa. 14 minutes left. We're over halfway through soon. So, you know, I always talk about. I don't know how to talk about it, but soon we'll be at the stage where one rip and you're settled, really. You know.
Yeah, we've only got, about 13 and a half minutes left in this spin, and that's about 2 full runs of Santa Fortuna, maybe, well, not even two
That.
full runs, so
Well,
it's
we've seen Random hasn't got as far as the Jorge kill. You know.
that's
So
true.
it is. We haven't seen what they're going to do after that, and even that, it still seems like a lot of running around after that point.
I mean, actually, neither player has gotten even a single kill yet, actually.
Random snagged one to Jorge. Don't know if he would have got green from it.
Oh,
Kept green,
that's
but
that's true, but he did immediately rip after that, so.
yeah, indeed, we don't want to count that as a fake kill. It's like when you rip to a target or something, and then you just shoot him in the head anyways, because why not? There you go.
Yeah.
That's what SRP's done. And does he get good time in this guard? Yes, he does. He doesn't put down his binoculars, thankfully for him. And can make his way back to the Goto Fields now. 4 minutes 15 seconds to run. Where's Jorge? Is he still in the hut here? He'll have a lot of time to do so and have a lot of time waiting around and perhaps might sway away from that.
Looks like he might try and get the machete in the meantime. That's what I would probably try and do.
Always an option, of course. Alex has Rico come into the room. Of course, we talked about last time with that one guard that will come in.
Or is he gonna? He's gonna try and accelerate him. Actually, he's gonna seeker him instead. Suppose that works.
Oh, Alex, he leaves a gun out and the different mansion security here comes in. Thankfully, though, he's already dealt with one, so we won't have the pressure of dealing with two. But still, it's a bit of an inconvenience having a enforcer of all things come inside as well. But he leaves.
It's true, and he just left. He didn't even do what he came in to do. Okay.
He picked up there was a bar tray on the floor and Alex just picked it up so it wasn't there anymore. We'll turn the tap in.
Oh, okay.
The other guard, trigger Rico's conversation. It's all good now. Alex, please do a corner subdue. I want to see a corner subdue here. It would help the world, and yes, he does. Crime noticed by Rico. Ah, that's all good.
Oh, Rico. Okay.
It's not. I thought some maid had seen him through the window or something, but it's all fine.
Yep. Seems like he's alright.
He's heard by the front, but so I'd have my instinct hammered on because when
yeah,
two
somebody
people
is
hear
coming
it,
upstairs. Somebody is coming upstairs from outside. I saw it for a split second, so he does have to be a little bit careful here. Hopefully they don't, once they get up here, enforce that tap water.
Oh, has he turned it off? Because if he ain't turned it off, that is actually going to be. That's a good point.
Yeah, he never turned it off.
As soon as you start investigating distraction, your heart's going to sink.
Yeah. So right now he's got 2 targets isolated. Random, meanwhile, has killed Jorge at the outhouse. So no problems there. He's got the machete as well. Gonna grab a mansion guard disguise so he can continue through here.
Will be a quick kill on to Rico after this, you would imagine. You know, has some machete there. The gardener close by. Rico will be at the hippo area, I would presume. And after that, you can grab the barbarizer in the meantime while he's working on that kill. Does he already have? No, he doesn't really have the bomb, but it's not that bad of a kill. Could perhaps peekaboo Rico? No, he don't.
To be fair, though, I mean, I thought Random threw the meat in the hippo area, so.
Imagine we missed. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
That would be awful, but we'll see. I'm surprised that Rico isn't over there. Maybe he is already finished, saying hi to his hippo, and now he's going back to his route.
Yeah, I think we saw that worry from him last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
We'll get a secret off onto Rico. Something more speedy and perhaps even safer doing it this way. The gardener will be closer to the puking Rico, who will be in here, can just up the machete and come back for it. So good stuff here from SRP. Is he gonna knock out Rico first? It would look that way. Depends what he does
again,
after that.
Alex actually, again, we were not paying attention, and he ripped at some point. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think if anything, it's just these SMG shots on the camera box is what's ripping him mostly, because he ripped recently the big one, of course, and he just has these little rips in between before he gets going on a big run again, I think. And we saw that on Hokkaido from him as well, I think. Just little rips. Then he went on to one big run, and unfortunately, he just hasn't been able to get past that stage. Crouch just past the window. I'll take out the cameras and.
Yeah, unfortunately though, he got gunshot hurt there by Andrea's assistant, so he might have some troubles there.
Definitely could. Them doors are open, then we're in for whatever time. But SRP does trank a gardener. Of course, you don't need to, but I can't see him needing a trank really for the rest of this spin. Perhaps for the body armor even, but it's just a simple knockout and box right there. So yeah, it's just pretty simple stuff. He has a seeker as well, so he does have an extra dart in his trank anyways.
Just have to be careful he doesn't get spotted through the window by the maid here. Besides, he's just gonna leave him there. That works as long as nobody hears the face stab there. It works out. You can leave him there.
Yeah, just needs that barber raise now. Is the gardener allowed in this top area? I wouldn't think so.
No, he definitely is not. So he'll have to deal with Hector and that other guard.
Is there a ledge to come through? Yeah, there is. There's a ledge there, but you can't find it.
There is, but it's kind of complicated to get over there. You have to climb up a pole that's not really that close to it.
Why should it be simple, eh?
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, gets in with one single coin throw.
yeah, no troubles there really.
Not all now, just needs that bomb disguise. So he's going really well here. Some random person. Just needs that one more.
Yep. Although he's going, why is he going around this way? I don't understand why he's going this direction because you can just walk out Rico's front door. There's no problem.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
big
that's
whoosh on
dirty
the Hippo
looking.
Whisperer.
That's going to be just drop an iron. Thank you. So good. Should be saved. All is and yeah, really unfortunate for Alex. You know, I think that is what ripped him actually. The leaving the tap on it was investigated eventually by someone, and that's what unfortunately led to that rip. And you know, hopefully this time he actually just goes behind the guard and knocks him out so Rico don't see it, or what tries to let him get in the bathroom. But this body tucked in the corner, he doesn't feel you much confidence as a player. 'Cause
No,
that
yeah,
the
that's why
mirror
I
as
don't
well.
like using this bathroom here. There's no cabinet in here, so you have to,
Yeah.
and you have two guards you have to knock out.
There's a
So
model one right there, isn't there? It's just teasing you. You think, yeah, well, you can try using this bathroom. We're gonna teach you a box, but you're not gonna be able to use it.
yeah, it's just a wall with a fancy towel rack on it. That's unfortunate. Random 10.5 minutes in, going to get the bartender. Still got yellow guns, but should be pretty smooth. Not sure why he's trying to do anything special here. You just activate the thing on the wall. There it goes.
You do see from random though. Still has camera issues, you know.
He
But
does.
we saw from Alex, it's not the hardest thing to take care of. He'll have an SMG. But you never know an SMG. Alex will trank guard here this time. And then we'll just
Just have to throw a crowbar at his face.
yeah, don't do anything there. You can't subdue him with his chair, I think. But
Even kept green guns there. That was impressive.
You've thrown a crowbar. He's just too indulged in that conversation with whoever. He's just not focused on a crowbar being threatened by a bald man. It's great. Green guns. It does help you concentrate a little bit more. But some random person miles ahead of Alex here. One kill left. Has the isolation onto Andrea. Has the bar razor. Has the bomb disguise. If it's a frontal kill, it shouldn't be heard. I like to say. But
Yeah, we'll have to see. 12 minutes in definitely is not a place where you want to rip, though.
yeah, especially with 5 minutes up on the spin, you want to take this as simply as you can. We'll get the kill off. We'll dump a feeder.
Oh, it is heard. It is
Oh,
heard.
it is heard.
Her assistant heard it.
Oh, great,
Woo!
fantastic. Good awareness there from a surrounding person. I didn't see that he got hurt, so I'll rip there. Now, is he going to feed her to the fishies? Or, because that will make the life better if he does get a double shot here onto the camera box.
Yeah,
So,
her.
wait for the door shot as well.
That's
You never
this.
want to risk it. Yeah, we'll feed her to the fishies. Great. Piranhas are eating well. Just needs to get the camera box sorted. Oh, this shot don't feel much confidence.
Oh, I don't like this either.
Triple shot gets under the door. Just should be a simple run out. Now should be out that little radius of the guy being able to spot you. Climbs over the wall here. Gets out.
Oof.
Some random
That's why
person.
I always
Oh,
shoot it through the door.
yeah, the door's
No,
barred.
no problems there, but he manages to make it work. 13 minutes. Can
Yeah,
finish here.
leaving it a bit close, but we're all fine. Some random person exiting Santa at the bus stop.
Yep,
All
three
good.
3.5 minutes on the clock there, and gets it.
Yeah, all good there. And wow, we're going from Hokkaido, which ended up to be pretty long. Son of Fortuna, no, I'm out of free. An anti-climax
Yeah.
action. It's Dubai, and if we spend 25 minutes on Dubai, it's got to be a pretty special Dubai. Just say all that now. It's
Yeah.
it's a quick one. So to say, one of the quicker two timers, if not the quickest. I think it has the quickest record even between the two targets. It's gonna be spicy as it says side. We'll have to wait and see. I have been playing Dubai a lot actually, and it has gone into my good books. It used to be a bit boring, yes, but uh, you've learned little things about it, and I do think it actually makes it a little bit interesting. You know, of all you can do, the lures you can do actually, and all the little things you can to speed it up. Like we see so often the meeting arranged for Carl for an object, for example, but you can just
Hmm.
you can just shoot, you can just lock him down and bam, and go right into a fallen object for you. It's, you know,
Yeah,
these
exactly.
little
He kind of just walks right under there. So
exactly. Marcus Janus Skydiver suit. Is that I don't know if I don't. I don't. Is that legal or not? You're an admin, David. Do you know? Is that legal? Skydiving drown for Marcus.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm not too sure
Yeah, no.
right now.
I don't. I don't think it should be because Marcus drown goes to a pretty public area. It's the one place to drown him. But your reaction seems that it shouldn't be Marcus drown last spin as the Skydiver suit. Which is still good. It is banned. Great. It would be yeah, it would be pretty mean to make people do that. Of course, he goes to two places, either over the balcony with tons of NPCs around, or to a bathroom with tons of NPCs around. So you know, you don't really want Marcus Janlin as Skydiver suit. It makes sense why it's banned. But you know, I think all other live kills as Skydiver suit is allowed, and good reason. I think it's actually similar
Yeah,
to
I
what
was
people
thinking
think.
about
It is a nice thing.
how I was thinking about how I would go about doing that, and that is
Yeah, it
rough
is.
because
It's rough.
that's a very public bathroom.
Yeah, yeah. You need lots of tranks and lots of you need lots of stuff to try and do it. And that's when you get like a stupid Marcus kill as well with a bunch of things.
Oh, I just noticed Alex has 6 levels of mastery
Oh,
on Dubai. Um,
that's not the
well,
greatest.
as I know, the back end of this, it won't be too bad for him, thankfully. But um, that is, yeah, you're right.
He's
That
fine
is
if it's a
not the
suit spin.
greatest.
I mean, the pie suit start, it ain't the end of the world. The suit strat, you know, it is just slightly slower, I think, than the quicker ones. You still get Marcus isolated outside as you normally would, you know. So ain't that bad. You just won't have your stashes available to you, and is the penthouse pickup before or after Agent Mastery level 6? This is the main question here. Because if he gets if he gets a large arm, actually, it's all fine. You can just bring it with him as a suit. So it ain't that bad on a map like Dubai, you know. So hopefully you get a nice spin to it. Do you want to take the map 3, David? Or Dubai spin?
Sure, well, let's see. So here it is. It is Carl Ingham. Kill him with an injected poison as this wearing your suit, and kill Marcus Stuyvesant by snapping his neck as the assassin.
Nice spin. I like that spin. I like that spin. Suit spin makes the world a better place for Alex, doesn't it? Has 2 stashes. He does have that loud stash. And comes in with a Seeker, fiber wire, and inject, it seems. Should be a nice quick kill onto Carl. After that, it'll be interesting to see what they do on some Marcus. Next up is the assassin. The assassin actually a pretty simple grab. Really, is literally just
Yeah,
a
not too bad. Could see an interest. I believe I don't remember who came up with it or who found it, but there's an interesting panic strat for the assassin that
oh
gets
yeah.
him much quicker. But seems like neither player is gonna try that.
It looks like you're in for a Seeker. If you wait long enough, you can get it with this panel. But I think the most common thing here is just bumping the guy sitting down. Oh, that's a lovely Seeker shot there. I wouldn't think that would work, but it did. And yeah, you just bump that guy sitting down, and you get a nice chain lure onto him. But it's interesting going for the assassin first. I think prioritizing Carl first, which some random person's doing at the moment, should be simple as 2 tranks now, really, and 2
Okay,
knockouts.
that is why he.
Ooh.
Ooh,
SRP does
that
not
was
have a knockout, so it's going to be very interesting. Won't opt to deal with. Ah, this is smart. This is smart from. He
yeah,
recognises he
it
has
is.
nothing, so he'll just do everything in an accidental manner. But I guess.
Oh,
Ooh, ooh,
yeah,
that's
that was rough.
rough indeed. Yeah, no, that's really unfortunate for some random person there. No closets in the bathroom, so Alex might have a hard time getting out here. But he does get out all
Hmm.
fine. Great. As the
That is
assassin
always
now.
sketchy.
Now this mask grab's going to be a bit interesting, I think, because he would have left the security thing. I think. Then what he does after that is complete. Oh, this is big from. This might be another
Yeah,
restart missing. No, we'll just trank one guy and run straight in. Wow.
just gonna go for it.
Now he might have
Does
to,
have it, but now this other guard is gonna see this body.
subdue him.
He is only trespassing, so he can just sort of walk around here.
Yeah, well this is gonna make the Marcus isolation ever so harder here, especially with the door wide open. Of course, in this area, Marcus will only enforce, so it could perhaps work in his favour at the moment. As soon as he crosses that, you have to be a bit safe here. We'll have to subdue one guard and the other. You know, has no knockouts, and that's where this spin isn't nice in that regard. You know, you have to bring the inject, the trank, and perhaps the SMG for this kill, but SRP just bumping the guard here. Won't isolate Marcus just yet. This is
Marcus is gone now. You really
oh
the
yeah,
guard gets found. Yeah,
he took too long. That's the rest. You might want to just trank that one penthouse guard, grab the hammer from the maintenance room, but Alex gets out not quick enough in the restart there.
yeah. Alex was trying to sneak through as the assassin there. Not a good idea, but almost made it work there. But he did get spotted.
Yeah, really unlucky that from him. Making his way back up.
Does seem like our two players are stuck in what they're gonna do. No changes being made by either one when they restart. So
Alright, so Random just switching up who he's tranking. He's just gonna trank this one guy and save one.
yep,
Makes
good idea.
sense.
I mean, no reason not to. Oh, that body is probably not gonna get found there. So he could even choose
Just in
not to
time.
take that disguise.
Didn't last time. It shouldn't be much of a difference. He has a trank though this time for Marcus's guard to speed up the isolation, as they say. This
It's true, but Marcus is way faster this time, so he's gonna run into a problem here.
yeah, you might be able to force something here just in time, which he does. Gets the
Really?
subdue off. Just subdue. You don't get caught there. And he does get it off just fine. Now, how is he gonna knock out this event security? It's gonna be interesting. Actually, no, so
Yeah,
he has a disguise there. It's a joke. What are you talking about? It's all fine. I mean, you could have argued it tranking Marcus, you know, not tranking his guard, because you can move a trank to target and keep you in guns. You can't with an NPC. Just get a little bit of knowledge there, if you didn't know.
oh, I didn't even know that.
It's
Holy
great.
smokes.
So you could have potentially tranked Marcus, not at the guard, boxed the gun, just dragged Marcus into that other officer's sight line. So he'd come investigate and deal with him in a nice manner. It's always an option here, but just needs the assassin disguise now, so shouldn't be much of a challenge. What's he gonna do for him? Just wait, bump the guy and do a chain lure, or what? I think he's just gotta wait for him at the sound booth here.
Yep.
Would
Like
make
that's the
sense.
plan here.
Safest option, takes a bit of time, but it's safe and we'll get the job done eventually. How long we're waiting for, I don't know, but be interesting nevertheless.
Yep. Alex waiting for the assassin to walk into the bathroom. It almost seems like this is taking equally as long as the speaker getting
Yeah,
the assassin here in this toilet.
but
Also,
then
I hope that nobody walks into this toilet.
no, I don't think so. I think the only one you do is when you do the mission story yourself, and you have to lure someone into it to kill them for Carl's request, something like that. That's a mission story, and it might be a sign, Alex only being Master 6 that he hasn't played the mission story, so he might not know what the sound booth does, what the assassin does. It takes a bit
That's
of
true. I
understanding
mean,
in that regard.
he does only have 6 levels of mastery here, so
But
perhaps not
some
as.
random person is in the assassin disguise now, it seems. You could
Mhm.
go through the security room, do a little bit of a panic. A bit risky, but it's worth
Yeah,
the
it seems
Reflex
like.
highlight. Just saying. He'll go the safer way, it would seem. Just up the pipe here. You have to be careful. He has that one event security still up, so you have to keep his eyes out for him. But should be fine other than that, really. Of course, you have the elevator right nearby. If he catches it right with this guy, he might be able to subdue him in a nice situation, a nice area. He might have a soda can to use. No, we'll just bullet distract him. We'll run his way through. Delay him even more here, but does an event security eventually. But no, he swapped into that earlier, so they won't have that even. We'll have to try and run to the exit in time, and he should do just fine. Little bit of whoosh.
Ooh.
Do you bullet impact here? Do you not? It's going to be interesting. Has a coin to use. which he will use eventually, maybe. Come around and just do it, just run. We'll throw the coin, we'll turn the guard around, he will exit. 351
Holy
time.
smokes.
Solid run there. And we like this from
That was a
Alex.
bit of a hold your breath moment, but
Alex Tranks Carl Marcus there, but it does seem a bit too late for him. And yeah, I didn't realise I went this entirety of the game without doing a single prediction. That's what's great. When's Alonso Lafayette when you need him? God. He was
well,
on mine.
Random has completed the spin here, so that'll be a quick 6-0 for him.
Yeah, indeed. And he was solid already, wasn't it? The Ricardo and Santa, one of the strongest performances from Random, I think, in his own regard. I'm sure he will be a bit disappointed with Ricardo and Santa, but he got the job done eventually. Yes, he did the spins in the latter stages, but he got it done. People that perhaps would actually just run through that and just keep restarting because their mental's gone. They go like, the time's run out. What's the point? But yeah, he yelled his nerve there and kept playing. What's your value? Ricardo and Santa could have gone his way, I would think.
That's true.
The buy, of course, was a bit of a disadvantage because he only had 6 mastery. Luckily, it was a suit spin, but when someone has 6 mastery, it doesn't say they've got much experience as you'd hope.
Yeah.
So yeah, really unlucky for him. But SRP taking the full 6 points. See what that does to Group F. I hope it's Group F. I think it is.
Yes, Group F.
Fantastic. Right, now load, and it does load all nicely. And look, Buff guy already qualified on 34 points after his 7 games. I like Hitman on 20 points after 4 games, so can still catch Buff if he gets 14 points from his final 3 games. Of course, did beat Buff, so did win that head-to-head. The Time Cube on 20 points, also from 4 games, a really promising rookie. And then again, another person on 20 points. It's some random person this time, but he has played 1 extra game. Red Fox on 8 points after 4 games. Creedy on 6 after 5, already eliminated. Alex still on 0 unfortunately after 3. Not eliminated yet though, but Horsch on 0 points after 4 games is. And Group F, it seems to be Buff. I like a time given SomeRandomPerson will be the 4th to qualify. It's just that order can be in any order, I think. It's time so SRP can't finish first. The time queue and I like Hitman, however, can. So
yeah, it is going to be
an
interesting battle between those 3 to see who fills out the slots there.
Yeah, I know there's upcoming games on. There's games on at the moment, so we'll take a quick look at them. Quickly go through them. Some games left tonight, and then going into tomorrow afternoon. Of course, CET. I need to stop saying CEST out of pure habit now. 2 games at the moment. One by Nezuko-chan, one by Joe. Let's have a scrap in the chat now. Would you rather watch I Like versus Time Cube or Bar versus Kalame? I don't care. Leo Perk versus Joe at 22 CET, and that's it for tonight. Going into the games tomorrow at 14 CET. Kaneta versus... Oh, that's going to be a great game. Kaneta versus Rustle. Mika versus Chrome is at 22 CEST, and half an hour later, Rummel versus Exotic with Rune and Ebla Muddy at 3:30 CET on the Tuesday. And yeah, anything else from the game today, David?
No, it was a great match. I loved watching both players, both back and forth for a while, especially on Santa Fortuna. That was a great map.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It was a long one, but it still delivered in terms of entertainment. And that's what the Big 5 always does. Promise. And yeah, I mean, that's all from us. Let me put back on the Buff music, and we'll see everyone soon for more Real Rivals World Championship 2022. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, great guys.
Come join me in the cage. I'm gonna do what I said.
No worries.
For my rage. Let's get this party started. 'Cause words don't mean a thing.